Alright, lads, so today over on Bracers, we did get our next Bankai Live announcement. It's been quite a minute since we have received one of these. I mean, to be fair, this year we did get our fair share of live streams. Pretty much post 10th anniversary, we were getting one every single month for the, playable art characters. But those live streams in particular are small in nature. This, for the most part, is our usual big live stream with more voice actors available. We have the host. It's going to be a much longer stream. And hopefully with that, especially as it is an end-of-year Bankai live stream, a lot of good news to come to the game. But most importantly, the big thing that we are going to get in this live stream is the end-of-year characters to be revealed. We'll talk about it later in the video, but right now I know everyone is excited for a Bankai, shouldn't we? And this very well could be the day we get that character announced, because it will be happening on December 27th, actually a few days later than usual. Normally this does happen around Christmas time, maybe exactly on Christmas. And I guess even in a way, the live stream itself is also happening a little bit earlier, which I think is good for those that are in America, where usually this stream might be like 4 or 5 a.m. For me, it's 8:30 a.m., so just an hour and a half after reset news time. But interesting enough, this Bankai Live is called the 10th anniversary finale and also charging into the 11th. So we might be getting a similar pattern to what we saw last year, where the 11th anniversary might be announced like 7 months in advance. Didn't quite work out for them last year, or this year more so. So let's hope the 11th anniversary, 11th year in general is going to be a lot better. But the title for this is cool. It's small things like this. I really like it. I'm excited for it too. Especially because I've been waiting for, again, the end of year banner. I've been waiting for new Cannon Blood War units, especially one on the level of 10th anniversary. So this is going to be an overall fun time. Scrolling down though. So going over the actual program itself, what will be happening in this live stream. If you've been part of past live streams, especially Bankai Lives, it's fairly simple. So we're going to get the opening. We are then going to get Bleach news. So this is unrelated to Brave Souls, but we're actually going to get Bleach news. And that's because 6 days before this actual live stream, the Bankai Live, we're going to get the anime final season trailer. That'll be, I believe, happening on the 21st. So expect a reaction in due time. That's something to also look forward to. We actually made a post on Twitter today. We got a lot of exciting news for everything regarding Bleach. Final season trailer, Bleach Fortnite collab, Aizen just got announced for Soul Resonance, and then we also have the Bankai Live coming out. So the start of the live stream is going to go over the actual Bleach news that we have gotten. Then after that, we are going to get Brave Souls news 1. This is going to be where the characters are revealed. So like always, if you want to see the actual reveal of the characters, you want to be there the very first 20 minutes maximum. After that, it's going to be the voice actors just playing about, talking about the game, talking about the anime. And that will take up around an hour and a half, maybe of runtime. So for example, they'll do the test play segment where they get to play the characters. We're then going to get the Brave Souls Raffle round 1, more on that later. And then we're also going to get 10 years of Brave Souls player stats survey. Stuff like that is cool. I remember last time they did that a few years ago. Maybe it's not the entire same thing, but there was a really cool segment in a past Bankai Live where they went over the most played characters. And to show how old it was, I think Azashiro was one of the top played speed characters. So this was maybe 3 to 4 years ago at this point. But stuff like this is always cool to me, so I'm glad to see we are getting some new stuff thrown into the Bankai live stream. Then we are going to get the Cup Challenge, which is once more going to be the voice actors playing the game. If you clear a quest fast enough, we all get rewards. Then we're going to get Brave Souls updates. So interestingly, this is happening a lot sooner. But this would likely be including some potential new content that might be coming our way. Remember, during the 10th anniversary Brave Festival, we did get confirmation that we are getting new content. We might get more news about there. We're not really sure what's going to be shown in the Brave Souls update section, but any new quality life, any new content potentially will be shown there. And then they're also going to do round 2 of the Brave Souls Raffle. Again, more on that in a minute. Then they're going to end the stream with Brave Souls News 2. This is more so campaign news, so maybe I choose a 6-star, the point event, special news source, etc. Anything that will be happening during the release of the end of year characters will be shown in the second part of the news, and that is going to be the whole live stream in a nutshell. For this upcoming live stream, we are going to have the voice actor of Ichigo, Uryu, and also Chad. So pretty cool to see the three boys, not the full Karakura gang. We are missing Orihime. She got lost in Fortnite somewhere. But very familiar faces. Surprisingly, no Byakuya though. And there's always a chance they could announce another voice actor in the coming days. But at least as of right now, pretty good lineup in guests. And then we also do have the standard MCs, Yoshiyuki Hirai and also Azu Sekine, who have pretty much been here for every single Bankai Live. So again, pretty cool to see them returning once more. So this year, when it comes to the Bankai Live, we are once more going to get the Brave Souls Raffle. So 2 opportunities to potentially get some free orbs. Now, the way the system is going to work is that every player is going to have a player ID, and they're going to do a raffle And if your ID matches up with the numbers that they pull, then you are going to win orbs. The more numbers that match, especially in order, the more orbs you can potentially win. Chances are you might not win anything. I don't think I have personally won anything from this. Some people might win 3,000 orbs, but it's not guaranteed for anyone. Yeah, the first prize is 3,000 orbs. It's not guaranteed that anyone in the game will even have that exact ID. So it's not like they're taking a random ID from all the accounts that exist in the game and one of them is going to win. They're just going to do a bunch of random numbers, and if it happens to match up with a character ID or account ID, then they are going to win orbs. I think a few years ago, someone actually won the big prize, but it was an account that hadn't logged in years. But keep in mind, you do need to log into the game from today, pretty much, till the 27th to secure your spot in this raffle, in a sense where if you do win in terms of the ID, you will get the orbs. If for some reason you are watching the live stream and your ID happens to win orbs, but you hadn't logged in for 2 weeks from this period, then you won't get the rewards. But all that though, we are going to have the usual repost campaign. So when the live stream does happen, if you repost the tweet that goes up, there's a chance you potentially win a 10th anniversary signed merchandise with Ichigo and also Rukia. And then below that, we are also going to have a YouTube quiz, which is kind of cool. Don't think we have that before. This is for both the Japanese and English live streams. They will be exclusively using the YouTube poll feature. And if we get the questions right, more than we get questions wrong, everyone will get a free 5-star summon ticket. So pretty cool. And then like always, if you do tweet out the hashtag BurnKaiLive and your message gets read out, you will be getting one of these. This reward in general isn't that good, by the way. I actually had the Chojo one. Unfortunately, I would have much preferred Yachiru or Yamamoto, but they're very small. They're like small little sticker sets. It's not that good. But with that said, with the BurnKai live stream now officially being announced, what does that, of course, mean? So, end of year's coming up. It's going to be a big banner. The question is, who is going to be in it? There's a lot of speculation, a lot of theories going around, but I think the most popular opinion is that we're finally going to get a BurnKai Shunsui, right? I mean, if we have a look at the album right now, what we do know since the 10th anniversary has started, since it had been 6+ months since Court 3 of Blood War did end. Kind of crazy that we are about to get Core 4, by the way. But we have started Core 3 of Blood War. We got Uryu, Renji, and also Jushiro. 2 months later, actually, we did get Yoruichi, Ganju, and also Chad. And then a month later, we had a pretty exciting banner, in my opinion, Nanao, Nemu, and also Yachiru. Since then, we've not gotten a canon banner. It's just been seasonals, and we know the most recent upcoming mid-month is going to be another seasonal, Christmas characters. So with the end-of-year banner coming up, you can definitely guarantee it is going to be a 1,000-year Blood War banner. Unrelated, but I do hope they announce more Soul Ascension units, by the way. Remember, during the 10th anniversary, they did tease that we are going to get more of these characters. Just by the wording of the actual form itself, they did call it first set of Soul Ascension. Maybe we'll get more characters announced during the end of the year live stream, but I doubt we'd be getting more original characters for the end of year banner. It should be Blood War, and since it's a season 3 banner, it can only be so many things, right? As of right now, like already mentioned, BurnKai Shunsui is by far the biggest thing to happen in Core 3 that has yet to be put into the game. There's obviously some other exciting things, like for example, Mayuri. There's still an Ichibe to get, another Yuha box, still another Vostandage Uryu, likely another true Shikai Ichigo. We're still waiting for some of the Stamrators, so Lige, Pineda, for example. And we also have a lot of characters left over from Core 2 and also 1. And as we saw last year, for example, we do know that, the banners themselves can be random in a sense, where it can be a Core 2 character, like we saw with Arskin and also Senjumaru, and then it also can include a Core 1 character to overall make the banner more exciting. And that's what we got last year with Ichigo and Senjumaru. It was quite random, but no one really cared that much because we all wanted BurnKai Senjumaru and we all wanted a full-bring BurnKai Ichigo. So while I do believe we are finally going to get a new BurnKai Shunsui, I would also personally, and I've been saying this for years now, can we sort by affiliation captain? I want to see a BurnKai Yamamoto, specifically recreating this version. Every time I mention Yamamoto, I always have the same comments. We have like multiple Yamamotos, we don't. We have multiple manga Yamamotos. We do not have a BurnKai Yamamoto based on episode 6 of 1,000 Year Blood War. One potentially with the Fire Code. I mean, this character came out 6 years ago, 5 years ago. I want to see how they can make this character look better using the anime visuals. And a head captain battle with Shunsui and Yamamoto would be super exciting for me. At the same time, one character in particular has also a pretty good chance to appear in this banner, especially given that BurnKai Shunsui right now seems to be the most popular character. He, after all, does fight against Lige, so a Lige Vostandage would also be really cool to see. That could easily sell the banner as the 2 main SP units, and then the third character can just be a Brave Battle character. We also do need to keep in mind that Caleb do need to store out Season 3 of Blood War. Like already mentioned, we are still waiting for Season 1 and Season 2 characters. We don't even have the Vostandish Bambis just yet. But with Season 4 potentially getting announced on the 21st, they should have a confirmed date on when to expect Season 4 of Blood War characters in this game, which to be fair, they've already confirmed to be happening. So depending when the anime does air, they're also going to want to have an exciting banner for that release, and also something to keep us excited until Core 4 characters can release again 6 months after Season 4 does air. So I think the best example of that, maybe not entirely we are in the same situation, however, but, you know, back when the 9th anniversary happened, we did get Kenpachi and Gummy. Quite a controversial character choice, but overall I actually really did like the banner. And in the second part was a bit of a letdown in terms of character choicing because they didn't really give us the best Season 2 had to offer. But in hindsight, it made sense because literally 2 months later, with the release of Season 3 of 1000 Year Blood War, we did get a banner with Renji, Rukia, and also Byakuya. Anytime an anime season does air, they're always going to want to have something big planned for that release date. They don't necessarily have to release characters in relation to what's going to happen in that episode, the very first one of the season, but they are going to save some big named characters. Hopefully one of those big name characters is a Bankai Shunsui, because right now, I think he'll work for an end of year banner better. Maybe they could save Bankayama for that potential banner. Maybe they could save the, you know, Ichibei and Yuhafai for that particular release date, which would probably be April time, maybe Golden Week time. Because given that Season 4, the upcoming trailer that we are going to get, is happening right at the end of the year, at the earliest we can expect Season 4 to happen in the next core, that basically being April. So I guess Golden Week could also be a pretty big banner for us. The next big banner post-end of year, because that would likely be the Season 4 release, and also paired with another big set of characters. But either way, with that said, the Bankai Live has officially been announced. It will be happening on the 27th. Of course, with that, we will be live when that does happen. I just really want to see a Bankai Shunsui, and we honestly might be getting that during the live stream. Hopefully the character looks cool. I don't know if we got any leaks in regards to new mechanics coming to the game. Usually around this time we do. So we might be going completely blind in regards to this banner in terms of what it can also offer, you know, disregarding the character choicing. New strong attacks, new mechanics, we're really not sure. We could potentially see that with Shunsui. And I'm also hoping he does get the aura mechanic too that they're now introduced at this point 2 months ago. Having a Bankai Shunsui aura effect would be really cool on the screen, especially given how cool his Bankai was and how it distorts the area itself by making it like yellowy. In regards to what the character can be, we do know based on the guild quest schedule that we likely are to get a power super killer, so that is something that's also going to be really good. It's been a minute since we've gotten a really good power super killer. Actually, I don't know if we know it's a power character. I think we just know it's a super killer that likely Shunsui is going to be. But I guess only time will tell. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you later for the live stream. Take care and peace.